the journey from Nigeria to the US, it's not been a straight line.
There are lots of stories we hear, right, about like immigrant marriages falling apart.
Too. So I feel like it boils down to marrying who you know, marrying someone that you know. Because even while I was in College of Medicine, somebody will approach me and ask me, "Are you a nurse?" And I said, "Why are you asking me?" That I have this cousin that's looking for a nurse. There were a lot of them. Yes. College of Medicine, they will always come around, hang around with their cars and wait for girls passing by.
Wow.
And they'll tell you, and they'll ask you what your career is. One even told me, "Hey, you're not a nurse, but I don't mind though, because I like you." I don't mind. It's physical therapy. Physical therapy is good. It's lucrative. I'm like, can you imagine? I actually know somebody that got married through that. Meeting somebody, then they arranged somebody for her in the US, and she moved to the US. But I think she's lucky. Her husband was actually a physical therapist, so it worked out.
So you wanted someone that was in the same field with him, maybe.
But it worked out for her. But it's very common.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yes.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Life as You See It podcast. On today's episode, I have another fantastic guest for you. Her name is Uju. Welcome, Uju.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes. Uju is my friend. She's a wife, she's a mom, she's a healthcare professional. In the US, she's been practicing for a couple of years, and she's here to share her immigration journey, her immigrant experience with us. And, we'll pick her brain on some little, areas and see what she thinks. Uju, welcome once again.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Can you start with telling us about yourself? What has been your journey here?
Okay. Well, a little bit about myself. You already said my name. I am from Anambra State precisely. And I'm also a mom to 3 lovely kids.
Yes.
Then aside from my career, I also have an online business that I run. So the journey from Nigeria to the US it's not been a straight line. It's been up the hill, down the hill. Yes, that's what it's been basically. But I would say it wasn't a bad experience for me, because I was lucky that I had a good person. Because when I moved to the US basically to join my husband. So my husband was already here. He was already established. He already had everything going on for him. So I just joined him. So the transition was basically not too difficult, but I had the challenge of leaving behind my culture, the things that I love to do. I'm someone that, because I grew up in Port Harcourt, so I love snails.
Oh, you're Port Harcourt babe.
Port Harcourt babe. So I grew up eating all the good stuff, fish, shrimp, snails, So coming here, I still had shrimp and other things, chicken, right? But there was no snail.
That's true.
That was a huge challenge for me. I told my husband, where can we find snails? We went on Amazon, and I was seeing, I'm like, this is not like the edible snails. So eventually I found that there's this African store where we can buy snails. So, but that was a big one for me, because I didn't like some of the food. The chicken tasted different. Yes. The rice was different. Everything was different. It took me a while for my taste buds to adjust to the food. Then in terms of my career, that was a different ball game. I had to start the process all over. But I would say I got lucky in the sense that I didn't have to take too many classes, because I had to get my transcript over. We had this organization that does the analysis.
West.
So yes, not West. West is, I think, is for the general. That is specific to physical therapy. They analyzed all the courses I took, because I studied in the University of Nigeria.
You did physical therapy there too?
Yes, I did physical therapy in Nigeria. So they analyzed all my courses, made sure that nothing was lacking. Eventually, they wanted me to take 2 classes. So I was lucky that it was just 2 classes that they required me to take. So I had to find a school, enroll for the class, and once I finished the classes, then I got qualified to write the board exam. But Actually, before the board exam, I had to take TOEFL.
Oh, what?
Yes.
They made you take TOEFL when you go to the US?
TOEFL.
Wow.
In fact, not once. I think maybe 2 times or so.
So
Because
this English you're speaking now, they're not
they were like,
it.
they said that speaking was the problem. I did the writing, I did the reading, everything, comprehension, but the speaking. They wanted the score to be, I think it was like 26. They wanted a really high score in speaking. And
Wow.
it just wasn't happening. I remember those days I would go into the wardrobe, I would close the door, and I kept speaking English. I kept practicing. I had to twist my tongue to sound American. Then eventually I got the score.
Oh my God.
But it was not fun.
Oh.
I have a friend that left. She didn't go forward because of that TOEFL. She wrote it the first time, second time, third time, and she told me she was done. That she was not gonna.
And it was always that reading.
Speaking.
I mean, speaking.
So
was. That means because I wrote TOEFL in Nigeria as well when I came, and I don't remember what the speaking. I don't think because then I was still sounding very. I feel like a lot of Nigerians write TOEFL in Nigeria, and I don't think they sound American. Right? They sound their normal Nigerian accent, right? But they still managed to pass. But I guess maybe the cutoff for speaking was low, like knowing that, okay, this is a different country, so they expect we have a different accent. But maybe you guys being in America, they expect that, okay, you should speak like them, so maybe the score is higher for speaking.
Yeah, the speaking score was
so that's
high.
the only thing that makes sense.
It was high. They wanted it to like really, it's like I sounded artificial. I knew that me answering those questions, I didn't sound Nigerian at all. Like I was like twisting the tongue, sounding like trying to talk like a white person. That was how I got the score, because they'll put the mic on during the exam and you speak.
Yes.
You have like maybe 1 minute to talk and the record. So that was another challenge. But once I was done with that, I got approved to write the board exam. Then there was the next hurdle, the board exam. Board exam is not a joke. Like it's not. This is not WAEC. It was not a joke at all. There was just a lot. It was just. I would say, looking back now, it's not hard. It's not like it's hard, because I now have the knowledge. But it was just the volume. The volume of what needs to be studied.
Material was.
It was just a lot. So it took a lot of like planning, dedication. Like I had to really deny myself a lot. And eventually I found like an exam preparatory class. It was an online class.
Okay.
I enrolled. And I think that was helpful. I actually did 2 classes. The first one I did wasn't very helpful. I kept looking, I kept searching, and I found one that was more helpful. I actually could talk to someone on the phone, and I went with that one. Eventually I passed the board exam just one time, and that was so nice.
Awesome. Those board exams, the horrors. I hear people write.
Oh my God!
Write it so many times.
Yeah, I didn't want to have the same TOEFL experience. I told myself if I'm going to take this exam, it's going to be once. I couldn't go through the stress twice. No, so I made sure I was prepared, and it worked out.
Wow! Awesome! Fantastic! I really love hearing your experience, because I came as a student, as an international student. So I came on F1 visa. F1 visa is very restrictive. You can't walk outside. There's so many things you can't do. And then I didn't know anyone. I was almost like, the only one here. So it was hard. It was tough settling in. So my challenges, I can outline it from 1 to 1,000, like so many challenges. But were there any specific, I know you came, you met, your husband was here already. So you were you had this comfort zone, this cushion.
Yeah.
Were there any other challenges you faced? Maybe things like, apart from, you've mentioned academics, you've mentioned, what other things like maybe fitting into the culture shock, things like that? Making friends.
It was just like being reintroduced to my world again. Because aside from my husband, I didn't know anybody else like I know there, except people that I call on the phone. I have cousins that live in the East Coast, but they were not living here. So my husband was the only person I knew. Everybody else were strangers. So they had to introduce me to everyone. It took a while to get to know them. Then eventually I started meeting people outside of my husband's network, then having my own friends. So I had to start over to like get friendship, because I was very lonely. Initially, I would always call my mom on the phone or call one of my friends in Nigeria. I was always on the phone because when I got out, it was all strangers. Then I didn't start working immediately, because I wanted to take time to study. But when I found out the study was taking a little bit longer than I expected, that was when I decided to go get a job. So that period of not working and just studying was it was challenging. Yeah, I was very lonely. Yeah.
Interesting. So for me, for me, it was like financial challenges and so many challenges, but for you, it was like loneliness. And loneliness and isolation it's a huge thing. Because your husband goes to work in the morning.
And I'm stuck in the house with books.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Okay, so you went into healthcare. It's interesting that you did physical therapy and you came in and you continued that healthcare journey. But we hear a lot of immigrants who come, even as they're coming from Nigeria, their relatives here are already telling them, oh, when you come here, do nursing. Is that a valid advice? Should people, even whether they have the passion for it or not, should they go into healthcare because of the money? Why should, or are there other opportunities?
Well, I actually I had the same thing too. When I got here, people were like, oh, physical therapy, especially when it became a little bit challenging. Someone told me, just get into accelerated nursing. Just do it, quickly. You get a license, stop as a nurse. I think I had other people suggest, oh, why not try nursing? I just knew right from when I was because I schooled in College of Medicine. So we had the pharmacists there, we had the nurses, we had the lab scientists. We were all together in first year. From day one, I knew that I want to be anything else but not nursing.
Okay.
I just don't want to be a nurse.
You just want to be a nurse.
The first step in knowing what you want is knowing what you don't want.
Yeah.
I never wanted to be a nurse.
Why?
It was a no for me.
Why?
So they were like, since because I and my husband we've known for a long time, even while I was in school. So someone told me, since you already know to be traveling abroad, why not do nursing? Like, why should I do nursing? I didn't like it. I don't know. For some reason, I don't know if I have the patience to deal with people's trauma, just a lot of things that it didn't resonate with me, basically. That was why I didn't even bother. Yeah, I didn't bother.
Regardless, despite the money, because there's money in nursing.
I feel like there's money in other healthcare jobs in the US. There's money there too.
What are the other healthcare? Because when people think of healthcare, they think of nursing mostly.
Of course, there's
physical
medicine,
therapy.
There's physical therapy, there's pharmacy.
Okay.
I don't know about the lab science. I wouldn't say that there's. I don't know how lucrative it is because I don't know anyone that is a lab scientist here in the US. So I can't really say for that. But I know that pharmacy is lucrative as well.
Yeah. But the thing with pharmacy medicine is that it will take a long time to go through school and become that, start earning money. But with nursing, as soon as you come, you can just start with CNA, 3 months certificate course or 1 month certificate course, do LPN, 1 year RNT. Nursing is it's immediate. And I think, I don't know if that's what people are drawn towards it.
I won't say that because maybe for medicine, it probably is because you probably have to start as a medical assistant if you want to go that route. But for pharmacy, you can be a pharmacy tech. If you want to be, yeah. Actually, when I moved to the US, that was my first job. Before I became a physical therapist, I was a pharmacy technician. And the reason why I went that direction was because I have interest in learning more about medication. Because the classes I took, one of them was pharmacology. So when I compared the medications we had in the US to what I know from Nigeria, there were just a lot of medications I did not know. So I thought to myself, it would be a good idea to start from there because I know that I'll end up working in a hospital in the future. I need to be able to understand what medications my patients are taking. So I went ahead and I did pharmacy technician. That was what I was doing as my first job before I switched to physical therapy.
So that's a quick one. You just pick certificate and the certificate course and then you start working as a pharmacist. Start making money.
Actually, at the location where I worked, you didn't even need a certificate.
Okay.
You did not. Just because I got that job. When I got the job, I didn't even plan to do pharmacy tech actually. Yeah. I just wanted something, that's anything, even if it's 2 hours, 3 hours, just to get extra cash while I'm taking classes. Then when I walked into that place, I was supposed to just be putting stock the shelf, put things in the shelf. So when I walked into the job, I'm like, hey, they have a pharmacy here. Okay, this is interesting. I think I'd rather be doing pharmacy whereby I'm still getting the knowledge that I need than just putting things on the shelf. So I approached the pharmacy manager and told him I want to be a pharmacy tech. And he said, okay. Yeah. And they were actually looking for someone at that time. I only did 1 month for the first position I had. It was just 1 month. Then I switched the pharmacy.
I see.
Yes, you don't have to have a license, but I had to get certified. There's a difference between a pharmacy tech and a certified pharmacy tech.
Oh, okay.
So I had to get the certification, which is basically take the board exam. So being in the pharmacy, I already know the medications because you had to know the top 200 drugs. So I already memorized most of the medications. I already I got the book. I started learning. So I took that exam and eventually I got that. The essence is just you get higher pay when you have certification.
Okay.
Yes.
I see.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, that's knowledge. That's good. Good to know that there are other things, not just nursing.
Of course.
So there are lots of stories we hear, right, about like, marriages falling apart, immigrant marriages falling apart because of maybe the spouse, the wife is a nurse. Maybe she wasn't doing anything. She was a housewife in Nigeria. Her husband brings her here. She starts working, starts making big money, and they start disrespecting her husband because she's a nurse. What would be your advice? Have you experienced such, and what do you think is happening there?
I feel like that is actually a pandemic in the US.
Yeah,
it's bad. I've seen people actually end up killing their wives because of the same issue. I think a couple years ago there was this nice on social media. People said they had this campaign, "Stop Killing Nurses" campaign. Yeah, because that's how bad it was. They've had a couple incidences. If you go online and you look it up, so many people have killed their wives and end up in jail. I even know one that killed his wife and killed himself too. So I feel like it boils down to marrying who you know, marrying someone that you know. Because some of those marriages, some people just want to get married because they want to move abroad.
That's true.
You don't know the person, you don't know his behavior, you never get to know anything about him. You just want to go abroad. Now, if you don't have that relationship and you move in, every marriage has challenges, right? Then you end up making money, or maybe making more money than your husband, depending on what the husband in question does for the job. Then they end up having crisis. But I feel like one of it is not knowing who you're getting married to. The arranged marriage thing.
The arranged marriage.
Because I've known, even while I was in College of Medicine, somebody will approach me and ask me, "Are you a nurse?" And I said, why are you asking me? That I have this cousin that's looking for a nurse. There were a lot of them. Yes. College of Medicine, they will always come around, hang around with their cars and wait for girls passing by.
Wow.
And they'll tell you, and they'll ask you what your career is. One even told me, "Hey, you're not a nurse, but I don't mind though, because I like you." I don't mind. He said physical therapy. Physical therapy is good. It's lucrative. I'm like, can you imagine? So if I'm not someone that knows what I want and I hear somebody's abroad, I'm like, okay. I actually know somebody that got married through that. Meeting somebody, then they arranged somebody for her in the US, and she moved to the US. But I think she's lucky. Her husband was actually a physical therapist, so it worked out.
So you wanted someone that was in the same field with him, maybe.
But it worked out for her. But it's very common.
I didn't know that.
Oh yes.
Wow. So part of the criteria for a Nigerian wife is you have to be a nurse so that when you come here, you now start working. But why do they do that? Is it because are they hoping the girl will become a meal ticket for them, that she come here and start doing nursing and start earning money and giving them all?
I think some of the men actually have that mindset. Because, nursing, I don't think nurses get paid a lot. I think it's just because they have the opportunity of working longer hours. So the extra shifts that help them build that money, get the extra money. So most people just want to marry a woman that will make money, and the lazy ones will just sit back and do nothing.
Wow.
Because I have a friend that actually called me and was complaining. She was like, "Does your husband work?" I'm like, "Yes, he works." And she told me, "Can you imagine? I've been the one doing everything. Ever since I moved to the US, the man just
retired, and now
she's not doing anything. He's just, she told me, just knock a barrel. That was what she said. She was pushing a wheelbarrow.
Oh my God.
He's just chill. She goes to work. He's relaxed, enjoying his life, and she's just working, paying bills. So some people that's mean.
That's really, really tough. And so when that woman now begins to disrespect him, it becomes, because you're making money now, your wing has grown or something. Yes.
So for me, I would say, like I said earlier, number one is marrying somebody you don't know because you want to move abroad. Then number two is, it depends on how your husband treats you. So if you have a husband who, even when you are not working, was good to you, provides everything that you need, like like someone who genuinely, you will know when someone cares about you genuinely, not because of what they intend to make out of you.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a husband who shows you that respect, and that support, you find that when you start making money, you want to give back. You want to support that husband of yours, to kind of show appreciation for what he's done, regardless of if you end up making more money than him. Even there's so many families that their wives make more money than the husbands, but you don't get to know. You don't get to know because of the relationship. So I feel like it's at the end of the day, do you know the husband before you married him, and how do you treat your wife that made her
react that way?
React the way she's reacting towards you. Yeah, that's my take on that.
Man, I hear all those stories. A lot of them, especially in Houston, in Texas. Igbo marriages, especially.
Yes, Igbo. It's and again, the way we are raising our male children in Nigeria. I don't know if it's just Igbo, but there's this thing about the male child in Nigeria. They will tell you, why you not in the kitchen? Why you not doing that? Why the boy just outside hanging around? He's on his phone or he's playing soccer. Then it's the girl that has to be in the kitchen and grind there and like cooking meals and serving. So it's also the way we raised the culture, the way they raise the boys in Nigeria. And when they move to the US, it's different. It's not that lifestyle does not fit in. Then the men start to struggle because they want to leave everything for their wives, and it's not possible. Yes, that's usually the beginning of crisis.
Right, that's true. That is so true because, honestly, a lot of times those men is like, for them, they grew up seeing their mom. Apart from the way they were raised, they also see their mom model that. Their mom was always the one doing all the housework. Their dad, whether he worked or not, he was always getting served. The mom will cook, serve him, take care of the children, take care of the house. The man just sits back. Well, and for them, they feel like, this is how I should be as a husband, as a man.
I feel like it's the upbringing. For me, I would assume that the modeling plays a role. Yeah. But for me, I would say upbringing. The reason I say this is because my grandma, her husband was never really around. She did everything basically. She was like the mom that would cook, do everything for her kids, but she didn't let her sons, she had 5 boys. She didn't let them be like those African men. My dad was different. Oh, wow. So my dad is like, I remember one incident, we were like, hey, what are we going to eat? We're not sure what we'll eat. We went to church. My mom was like, let's go to church. When we come back, we'll just do, hot chocolate, make tea and bread and eat and sleep. So we went to church, we came back, something was smelling really nice in the kitchen. My dad he went to the store, he bought beans, plantain, and he made this very yummy beans. I will not forget that incident. So that was how my father was. He would travel with my mom, they'll go to Nigeria, to the village together. You know how the long trip is, 4 hours to the village. They'll come back, and sometimes they'll branch market, buy things, and come back to Port Harcourt where we lived. My dad will still go into the kitchen, tell my mom, don't worry, go and rest. He will cook the soup. He will ask us, come and help me, let's cook. Wow. That was how his mom raised him.
Oh, that's so and in those days though, yes, that wasn't common for men to do that.
That's it. So my grandmother was not the one that she doesn't know who is a boy, who is a girl. All my uncles, they were very good cooks. Like they were excellent cooks. And that was the way she raised them. So if she didn't do that, they would have said, okay, they started acting like boys. Yeah. So most of my cousins actually, and that I saw the overflow. Even my brother, he cooks too. My brothers can cook. So even my cousins, on my uncle's side, when I go to visit him, I will eat food that they cooked. So it's kind of overflowed from that generation to even my generation. So nobody does, I'm a boy, I'm a girl. In my family, no. It's not very common in my family.
Man, I love that. Yeah. So the women coming into your family will be very blessed. Like they're blessed to have good husbands like that.
Yeah, as long as they continue.
They continue.
You know how it is.
They don't relax.
I know they can cook, but if you don't get influenced, no, for the most part, the women married in my family, they can. We've not had crises that somebody's having issues because of no. Wow. My uncles did a good job raising their kids.
Wow, that's awesome. So did that play into your choice of your husband?
I wasn't looking out for a man that could cook.
No, not just cook.
I was not, but sometimes I remind him. My husband, he's not the kitchen type. No, he's not. So you can imagine, having a father that cooks yummy. Then you have a husband that after he finished cooking, you tell him, don't worry. Let me go make another one.
But at least he tries. He makes the effort.
No, he makes the effort. If you not enough, you would. So I know that's kind of his weakness. So I don't try to must cook. No,
exactly.
But he didn't grow up cooking
that. Yes.
So I got to understand that this is not what he got used to. Yeah. So
wow, that's awesome. Interesting.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, no. Awesome. I love that. So can you share with us what your challenges have been in healthcare? Because we come to America, a lot of us come thinking, they say America is a land of dreams, a land of opportunities, everything. Once you come here, everything should work seamlessly for you. But the truth is a lot of immigrants face things like maybe racial discrimination, things like imposter syndrome, like a lot of, challenges. What kind of challenges would you say you've encountered in the healthcare, like in your profession? Your career? Okay.
For me, basically, as a person, maybe because of the way my father raised us, or maybe just maybe the environment I grew up in, I've always been someone that I'm not ready to lose my identity because I changed locations. Even when I talk to my friends, they'll be like, this girl, are you sure in America? You sound like you're in Aba. So I'm not ready to change and start trying to blend in, do everything because I moved. I'm still myself. So I always tell myself, I've had patients tell me, your English needs to be worked on. I tell them, no, it doesn't. It's not, because it's not going to change. I grew up in Nigeria. I have the Nigerian accent. My Nigerian accent will not change. I'm not even making any effort to change my Nigerian accent. I'm here to help you. If I can't help you, someone else will. That's the way I see it. I don't have to try to force myself to blend in. There are some things I had to learn, like their way of life, try to understand how the people here reason, and in the light of trying to help them, not because I'm trying to change, not because I'm trying to change myself for them to like me. So, of course, the English was different. There's some things they will say, I'll be like, what? This doesn't even make any sense. That was why at my first job, I will ask somebody, why did she say that? They'll be like, this is what she meant. I'm like, no, this is quite different. So it took me a while to the wanna gonna, I'm like, this is not correct English. But eventually I had to switch that just so I can flow with them. But I have never made any effort to try to change, to try to integrate so much that I lose my identity. No.
I love that. I love that because I can't say that about myself. I feel like I don't like to be singled out. I don't like to be othered. I don't like to sound different. I just want to sound like, I don't want when I speak, they look back and say, oh, where are you from? I love the accents. Don't tell me that, please. Get out.
No, when you tell me that, I'm like, thank you. Thank you.
If there was a time I was attending a class to learn American English.
Oh, really?
How to speak. That's how much I'm like, which now I don't do that anymore. But there was a time when, it was like, God, I've been in this country for how long? Since 2011, I'm still sounding so, Nigerian. I want to be able to switch at least, but, in America, when I'm speaking to them, I can switch and sound like them. And when I'm speaking with Nigerian people, I can sound like them. But I like how you took this stance of, hey, this is who I am. I don't need to change myself. I think I commend that. It's very, very courageous and, confident, way to approach it. So I wanted us to move a bit up into parenting. What would you say your parenting style has been like being in America compared to if you were in Nigeria? I know you didn't have children in Nigeria, but do you think?
I would say I had a challenge initially because I was like, there were so many things, time out, this, that. That is not what I'm used to.
Yes.
So initially I struggled with trying to raise my kids, the American way, and while trying to still maintain the Nigerian standard. It was just, it became confusion for me. It became confusion. So eventually I told myself, do you know what? I'm just going to raise them the way I was raised.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
I still do the time out because I find that it's effective for me. It works out for me. So So it's not every time I bring a cane and start flogging my kid like we would do if we were in Nigeria. You know how our parents used to use koboko. No, I don't have to use koboko. So I use the time out and like other things to maintain discipline in my home. But I would say for me it's a blend. It's a blend for their sake too. Because I don't want my kids to go to school and be the odd one out. So they had to understand what's going on in the society, and so if they do something in class and they ask to go sit in a quiet seat, they know what it means. The quiet chair is when you're being silly. Yes. Go sit there. So, but I blended the American and Nigerian kind of lifestyle to raise my kids. Yeah.
That's awesome. So I know you're passionate about health, fitness, nutrition. Can you tell us why, especially as we're getting older, how do we take care of our body in terms of nutrition and fitness?
That's a very important question, because a lot of people they think that taking care of yourself is buying clothes, rubbing lotion. Cream. It's good to wear skincare, good hair. It's all good to do that. But that's surface level. That's the skin. You can't see what's going on at the cellular level. Between the age of 30 to 35, that's when the muscle mass starts to break down. That's when we start to lose bone density. So the way I see it, what I tell my patients is, if you're not building up, you're breaking down. You need to start. That's when it's very crucial to have an exercise routine and start being active, doing exercises, doing cardio, strength training, even balance. Because you don't have to wait until you're 50, 60 when your balance system is off. Then you start falling and breaking bones. If you're young, when you're young, you can start when you're young and maintain your balance system. As you grow older, you have good balance. So that's a very crucial time for people to be more mindful of having exercise. And of course, nutrition. Protein-based diet is beneficial, because protein helps with boosting metabolism, and it also helps to support. The protein basically is the building block, like they will say. So it supports the muscles, and muscles support joints. So it's a kind of I would say like a rhythm there. It's they work together. They're kind of a team. The body is a teamwork. So good nutrition also is having high fiber food. High fiber, which is like fruits, vegetables, and even grains. Like there are some grains that are not high in carbohydrate, like chickpea, lentils. Like you don't always have to eat beans or eat rice. There are other ones. There are other ones that you can eat, and even though our Nigerian food is actually healthy, if you think about it. Soups are good because they're made from vegetables. That's true. The oha, the bitter leaf, or the ugu.
Is egusi healthy?
Egusi, I think it's high in fat. I think I've checked the calorie content. It's a little bit on the high side. So maybe I'll say if you're going to eat egusi, in moderation. Moderation. At the end of the day, it's all about moderation. Even the protein, if you eat too much protein, that's a problem too. So having a balanced diet is when you have some protein, then you can have some carbs, you can have some fruits, you can have some vegetables. But I would say having fruits and vegetables, they're very important.
Very important.
Having fruit and vegetables is so important because there are so many micronutrients that we don't always get from just food. That you can get from the fruit and vegetables. And also having like a supplement is also very important, because we don't always get everything. It's really hard. If you want to eat a balanced diet and start putting all the micronutrients together, that's like a full-time job, going to the store and getting all the vegetables and balancing it together. That's like the work of a nutritionist. So to be on the safer side, it's good to eat healthy, then have a supplement that you take.
What kind of supplement?
Like a vitamin. Like some of them have like the whole, like vitamin D, vitamin C, calcium. There's this, depending on the one you get, that Centrum or whichever. There are different brands, one a day. Just having a vitamin that you take, supplement you take daily, is also good to help support the meals you eat. Yeah.
That's good. Awesome. Wow. So I feel like in Nigeria, and I don't think we did a good job. I don't know if we have nutritionists and dietitians in Nigeria that really tell people a lot about this, because I feel like it was till I moved here, started paying attention to all of those things, like because a lot of people in Nigeria, elderly people, you see them eating like things like processed food, like baking, hot dog. I mean, you can do that once in a while, but not like every day. I feel like the older you get, you should maybe focus more like protein, fiber-rich diet and...
We had nutritionists because during my internship in Nigeria, we had nutritionists that would prescribe meals for diabetic patients, or maybe the overweight patients that are trying to lose weight at the hospital, or people who had one metabolic disorder going on. We had nutritionists, but they were focused mostly for just patients, not for the general public. It wasn't even for me. That was the same thing. Aside from learning it in school, when I was doing my high school days, and also I think what helped me actually is my dad is like big on vegetables. I had a very good role model. My aunt, my dad's sister. She's actually a nutritionist. That was what she studied in school. So my aunt, the way I visited her during one of my holidays, just watching the way she ate vegetables, I'm like, I haven't seen anybody eat fruits like this. And it occurred to me, that's why she looks the way she does. Because then I think she was in her 50s. But you would think she's in her 40s. Even now, she's close to she's in her 70s. But if I show you a picture of my aunt, you'd be like, that's not true. She starts her day with getting egg. She has her routine, getting egg, apple, orange. My auntie lives on fruit. She only eats food once a day. Just her dinner is her food. From morning till the rest of the day, she's eating fruit, watermelon, this. She has like her fruit and vegetable guys that once she's coming, they've packaged it for her. And she just pays and she carries her stuff. That's her lifestyle. She doesn't have I've not heard anything about any heart problem. So having her in my life, I think also helped because she influenced my dad. She would visit us, she'd be like, are you eating this? Are you eating that? So they'll go to the store, they'll buy vegetables.
And as children, we didn't like vegetables. You didn't like vegetables.
No, I want to eat suya and all that.
Suya and sugar and candy.
We'll be like, Auntie, I'm going to go also. But we're healthy. But thinking about it now, I'm actually grateful she did that because then we didn't like it. We wanted to eat ice cream. She was like, yeah, that's ice cream. Okay, sugar didn't hear. So I think that's part of what shaped my choices. Yeah, I eventually enjoyed seeing her how she aged. Then I told myself I want to do something like this. Yeah, so I became mindful of what I ate. Even when I was in school, I'm that person that will go to the market and buy unripe plantain, buy ugu, buy scent leaf and cook. I've never been a junk food person. Yeah, I prefer meals than
junk food. Oh wow, that's interesting. I think I learned that late. Oh my God, such a sweet too. It wasn't until maybe couple of years ago I said, okay, no, we have to change this. But yeah, wow, thanks for sharing that. So did you want to share with us? I know you mentioned at the beginning online, like you do online marketing and all that. Can you share a little bit?
Oh yes,
your business?
Yes, like I mentioned earlier, I'm a physical therapist. I actually am very passionate about helping old patients, like the aging population. That's what I've been doing for a while now. I've been a PT for about 12 years, and when I came to the US, I had this idea of I've always known that I would have my own business because my dad was a businessman. I saw his lifestyle. He would come home when he wants to come home. He didn't have any boss. So I know I wanted that, but I don't know how it's going to happen. But I was like, let's see how it goes. So I wanted to have my own clinic. That was part of my goals. To eventually have my clinic. But when I got integrated into the system, I saw how busy it can get.
Yes.
So I was like, I told myself, do I want to go this route? Have a clinic, do it all, and that would really sacrifice time with my kids. Because I have kids. I have to think about the fact that, like right now in my life, I'm in this transition. I have kids, I have my job, and I have this business. The reason why I started the business is because I want to gradually cut down hours for my job because I want to be present for my kids. I don't want to get to the point that my kids become teenagers and mom is never available. She's always busy. Because when they're younger, they might not really care because they have themselves to play, they have friends. But it gets to the point where I think that teenagehood is when your kids actually need you the most, not when they're younger. Because in fact, someone told me this, and I did a little research. I found out that she was actually right. She told me that when kids are young, anybody can be mom. Even if you're not there, grandma can become can meet their needs. Cousin, anybody available can play the role. Once their basic needs are met, they're happy. They're playing. As long as the kid is happy, they're good. But when they become a teenager, grandma can no longer be mom. Nobody can replace you at that age. They need you. Is that you're there, you're not there. So that really, she told me, so anything you're doing now, from her own experience, anything you're doing now, get it all done. Be available for your kids when they're teenagers. Don't try to, because that's what people usually do. When the kids are younger, they want to spend time with the babies. Then when the kids are grown, they're like, okay, here to Chago. You start working day and night. They never see you. So I listened to that woman. I was like, okay. Then I thought, sorry, I know I'm going back and forth, but I'm just going with the flow. My husband is someone that he has a lot of my son-in-laws will tell me, I don't know why he's your husband. She's friends with her brother. It's your husband. It's only old people he makes friends with. You can count how many young people within his age bracket that his friends. He has like people that are like 10, 20 years older than him, and they are very good friends. People wonder, what is he doing with this old man? So because of that, I got to meet those older wives. I have a lot of older women.
But that's wisdom there.
Yes. So being with those people, talking with them, what I get is just advice. They tell me, this is what I went through. Don't do it differently, please, so you don't have the same experience as I did. So that was what led to this conversation. The woman telling me, I know that you're doing your whole career and everything now. Please, whatever you're doing, just make sure that you make out the time for your kids before they're teenagers. Be available. Have a very flexible routine. Be available for them. That's what shapes them as adults. Because if you're not there, if you're not available when they need you, guess what? Their friends are available. So if they have good friends, you're lucky. If they have bad friends, that's it. That's when this is high pressure for teenagers to get carried away in life. So if they become pressurized to belong, they start misbehaving. So, and looking at my own experience too, I was like, that's true, because I was that teenager in school that you can't push around. If you come this direction, I will not move. You come that direction, I will not move. Like my father would tell when I was going to school, he told me, "Oh, Sheko Kwangi, I've done everything I can do for you. It's not up to you." He's not the one that will come and be looking to send someone to go and spy on you. Come on, in a school. No, my father he never did that, because he was like, "I've done my job, and you know what we've been through all these years to get to where we are now. So it's up to you to either maintain the standard or waste your life." So I don't need anybody to tell me to do the right thing. So looking at that, I knew that truly, if my dad and my mom were not available when we were kids, who knows? Especially my father was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was such a strong influence.
Oh, he was. Very strong personality. So those days, when daddy comes back, everybody will just, if the house was scattered, you just organize yourself. That is coming. Yes. Then we didn't like it. We were like, this man is too, but eventually we found out it was for our own good. So coming back to the story of what this woman told me and how I ended up starting this business. So I started thinking about, okay, if I open a clinic, I'll always be there. That's even when I will not even have any time again. And I'm a very intentional mom. I want to be present for my kids. So I've just been looking at, I've had my eyes out. I go to Google. I've been doing a lot of research. But one day I found an ad about the business. Then I eventually, and as God will have it, that ad was for somebody that I know. I know her already. So I was like, hey, look at this lady. What's this business thing? You know, I was here talk about the business, but I wasn't really paying attention. But for some reason that day, I went to pay attention. So I went ahead, I reached out to her and I asked her, what's this about? And she gave me more information. So when I found out what it entails, you know, for me, it was the flexibility. A business I can run from wherever I am, whenever I want, however I want. Nobody will tell you, do this. I won't have any extra boss or anybody, putting you under pressure to do this or do that. And you make great income in the process. So for me, it was the flexibility. Like, okay.
So what's this business about? Can you tell us about?
Oh, it's basically affiliate marketing.
Affiliate marketing, okay.
Affiliate marketing. We are affiliated with a company, and as we make sales for the company, we get compensations. Okay. But this compensation is really good. It's so good that you end up having a pension plan with them in the long run.
Interesting.
Yes. So when I learned everything about the business, I fell in love with it. I'm like, this is it for me.
This is it for you.
This is it for me because I I've been making money from the business, and I have that time. I can do it from my home whenever I want.
Yes.
I don't know what anything like that will give you that kind of opportunity out there. Yeah. So I actually shifted. My husband was surprised that, oh, the clinic, I'm like, no, because I have a friend that wants to open a clinic. Even she told me that clinic, because I have this couple, they're my friends, they're both PTs, physical therapists, and we school together in Nigeria, but they're here. So she told me she's never going to step into any clinic. Her husband is the one that will be doing it. At least if he's always away from home, she's available for the kids. Children. Yes. So it's something that and again, looking at the whole insurance, billing, the headache that comes with it. Yeah. So I said to go the route of this business. Yeah.
So how can people join this business? How can they connect with you in this business?
They can reach out to me. I have a website, www.ujunwachibweze.com.
Okay.
You can also leave it out. So,
I'll put it in the video. Yes.
Or I also have a business number. Let me just say it out here: 971-977-5245. So you can call me on my business number or go to my website to get more information about the business.
Wow. So this business is guaranteed to it's like you call your own shots. You do it as you wish. There's no work hours, hour
There's
requirements.
No
it's just whenever you're free, you just hop on it and make money.
Yep. When I'm done with my kids, when I still work, so I have my job.
9 to 5.
Actually, sincerely, this business has helped me cut two other jobs, because I had a full-time job, but I had as needed, two other side jobs, because you know how it is. With 3 kids, activities here and there, it's all money. So I was doing my full-time job, but still, I would drive out here, help out there to get money, extra money. But ever since I started the business, I actually cut one of the jobs. No, cut the other 2. I cut one of them. I quit one of them. Then the other one was as needed. So I just told them I'm no longer available. I need people. I just told them I'm no longer available. Yes. Now I can go to work, come back from work. I'm just focused on my full-time job now and my kids. And as my business grows, I will gradually cut down my work hours. I love my job. I love to help my patients. It's very, very fulfilling. I do not regret being a PT one day. It gives me so much joy. But at the same time, I don't want to be away from my family so much, helping other people and not helping my family. So I want to have that balance where I'm able to be a good influence in society, help the community, but also help my family. And that's why I started this business, so I can have more time for myself, my kids. Yeah.
Okay. So, for immigrants just coming, maybe right now they just moved to the US, they're not yet working, and they're looking for, how can I make quick money here and there? Is this something they can also do, this affiliate marketing?
Well, it's like you said, quick money. It's not quick money. It's not money doubling.
So I guess when they go to your website and they call you, they can get more information on
it's not
intricacies. It's not a Ponzi scheme.
No, it's not.
It's not a multi-level marketing.
No.
It's not any of those.
No, it's not. It's a real business. Real business. So just like you start a business and you grow it, and over time you start making good income. This business is so good. If I actually know one lady from Imo State that she started this business 4 years ago. In the first 2 years, I think 2 years of doing this business, 2 to 3 years of doing the business, she made $1 million from this business. So it's not a joke. This is not like child's play. This is real money here. She was a nurse. She had 2 nursing jobs. She quits her job.
Wow.
She's no longer a nurse now.
Wow.
She's just at home with her 3 kids. She's a millionaire.
Interesting.
From this business.
What would you say has been your greatest accomplishment as an immigrant in the US?
Oh, for me, it was it's building my career.
Okay,
it has been the accomplishment is in different ways.
That's true.
Yeah, but for me, I would say building the career has been very helpful, because that extra income from my career. Because when I moved here, my husband has always been the one supporting me while I was doing the small jobs and working. So having my license gave me access to a better job that has made it possible for us to live a more comfortable life. That's one of them. And of course, starting this business has made me so happy, because one thing I find is that people come to the US or to UK or whichever Western country they go to with the hope for greener pastures. You find the greener pastures, then you realize that you are just living to work.
That's true.
You have a house, but you're barely at home. You spend the majority of your time at work just to get money. Even the nurses that we say make so much money, they basically sleep at work. The back-to-back shifts, you work 24 hours, you work 16 hours. How many hours do you have left in the day? You come back, you sleep, you wake up the next day, you're off to work. So people have their priorities. So for me, I would say finding this business has been a shift for me from like what I've always known. Because I thought the career was it. I found it, I enjoyed it, but I was like, I'm enjoying this, but I'm not really getting the time I need to enjoy this part of my life, which is my family time. So it's been a struggle trying to get that balance. So finding this business has been the other accomplishment for me, because I've actually had to let go of my side jobs. And what that means, I don't know, because before I would commute from my full-time job straight to the other side job. Work there, then come back home like you're just like this. When your kid is saying, "Mom," you're like, yes. You just whatever is barely left in you is what you offer. So I just didn't want that. I just didn't want that. So this business has made it possible for me to let go of my other jobs and just a full-time job and the business, and it's been a blessing. Yeah, it's been a blessing for me.
Awesome. Not everyone can say that, but I'm happy you have that.
Yes.
That's awesome. Okay, so what will be your advice? And in rounding up, what will be your advice to intending immigrants or immigrants that are here already trying to find their home? And moms as well.
I would say know what you want, because it's very easy to get pushed. When you come, people tell you, "Oh, do this. This is what is working. Do that. That's what is working." You get at some point you become confused. Like, do I really want this for myself? So if you're not rooted in what you're like, who you are, knowing who you are and what you want out of life, you just get carried away. So just imagine now if I had forced myself into nursing and I get there like, this is never what I never wanted this. Because what I was thinking about is if I switch from nursing to physical therapy and 30 years from now, how will I feel? I wasn't thinking about right now, how much I'm making. How will I feel in the next 30 years? Will I be happy with that nursing career? Would I be thinking, what would have happened if I continued as a PT? That was what made me say, I won't do this because I don't see any joy coming from that angle. So sometimes money is good, but from my experience in this life is not all about money.
It's all about money.
It's not, because I don't think it's reasonable to have money and be sad. The people who have money, they become depressed. And they're not committing suicide. I met my neighbor the other day. She was telling me about a dentist that committed suicide. So I don't want to get the kind of career or the job that gives me so much money, but I'm depressed to the point that I want my own life. Then it's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
So know what you want. If you know what you want and you're passionate about it, go for it. Do what makes you happy. Then if you find a career and it's not blending, money is not everything. You must not make all the money in the world.
That's true.
That is about what you want. If you know what matters to you. If money is all you care about, by all means, go for it. But if you want to have a balanced life, there should be time for other things. For me, I feel like there should be that balance where I feel like success, my definition of success is where you have good money, you have your friends with you, you have your family with you, your husband is right there with everyone is with you, you have God. That's success. Not the one that you're successful, you have so much money, no friend, nobody cares about you, nobody on your birthday, no calls, but you're a millionaire. No, that's not it for me.
That's true. Yeah, I feel like sometimes people who don't like. I was listening to Will Smith's interview where he was saying, you get to the level where he is, of course, that you have everything money can buy, and yet you realize you are empty, like you have nothing.
That's it.
So, for us who are not there yet, you feel like, oh man, if I have this money, then I'll be happy, but not necessarily, because like you said, human capital, family is much more important and valuable than any money in the world. Yeah.
The other thing I would say to an immigrant, aside from knowing what you want, please get a job. Find a job. When you come in, if you have access, you're able to get a job, because there's so many bills that are being paid in this country. So if you're under financial strain, it can be hard to think about other things. So the other advice I would give to an immigrant who just moved to the Western world, aside from knowing what you want and going for it, is getting a job. If you have access, your visa allows you, please get a job. Because that was one of my regrets when I moved to the US, was that it's not getting that job. You know, my husband is very good humor, wanted me to just, stay home, don't work, study. And I agreed. I was just at home studying. Not that it didn't work out. It worked out, but I found that kind of drew me back. Because I'm not the kind of person that would like to be asking somebody, give me. I'm not like that. I've always been an independent person. I like to make my own money. You know, someone has actually called me to ask me, how do you and your husband share finances? And I'm like, I don't tell my husband, give me. If you ask me, you will tell him. I'm not that kind of person. So I got frustrated because the things I wanted to do with money, and I didn't have it. And I would not have them around. I'm like, every day, give me. No, I just, it was frustrating. So, eventually I got the job and it became easier for me. I could now do the things I wanted to do as a person, not just always asking him, give me. And not just that, having that money is good. Having that job is good because it helps you integrate. It helps you integrate into the society that you're in. You get to meet people. But my first job, I learned a lot. It was like, I'm going to work to learn. I learned the English, the way of life, the responses, behaviors, how to handle crazy people, what to do, because I saw a lot working at that pharmacy. Oh my gosh, some people come there and they'll throw everything away because they're angry. What do you do? Will you fight back? So that job exposed me to the way of life of the people and how to handle it. Eventually, when I got my dream job, it was a smooth transition for me because I was already dealing with patients. And the other thing is, if you know what you want, let's say you want to do nursing, please start as an assistant. Don't wait until you get the RN, whatever, certificate. Start as an assistant. Start small, learn and grow. If you want to be, whatever you want to be, if there's any opportunity to be under somewhere in that same career field, go ahead and start. Because once you start, you will learn a lot because you're working side by side from your model, the role model that you want to eventually become. So that really helps you grow fast, and you get people that actually give you ideas because they've been through the same thing, and they'll be like, this is what you need to do, this, do that, and that will help actually propel you to your destination.
I see. Wow, that's interesting. Thanks for that advice. Very, very good. Very, very useful. So, Uju, finally, where can people reach you? What are your social media handles and all that?
I already put my website out. My name on my Facebook name is basically just Ujunwa, because that's my name. And I'm also on Instagram. So I'm on Instagram and on Facebook. But I think the fastest way to reach me would be either through my phone number, my business number, or through my website. Because if you go to my website, you can actually send me. I can reach you through my website. If you go to the website and read through like the whole thing, you can put in like an email address, and I'll get an email that you were there and you want more information, and I can get back to you. That's perfect. That's awesome. And I'll put all of Uju's information in the YouTube description box and the podcast show notes so that you can, reach out to her. Thank you so much, Uju. I've enjoyed this conversation. I feel like we spoke about everything. We touched everything from immigration to relationship to business to getting a job, everything. Thank you so much. This was interesting. Yes, it was. Thanks for having me. I had fun.
Please come back next time. Come back. Thank you so much for watching, for listening. Really appreciate your support. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and keep coming back for more episodes. And until I see you next time, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.